Um, Coming to you just to talk about some stuff I found. All of it is, of course, trying to conceive, so it's baby making related. If you've been following my video, you will know that my husband and I are trying to conceive our baby number 3 together. He has a daughter already by a previous relationship, and I'm trying to see if the Lord will bless us with a daughter. So I'm in that boat right now. Um, Also, for those who saw my last 2 videos, I was talking about having issues with my husband, and we was having marital issues. Well, we was able to be civil about it and actually talk about it, which is what married people are supposed to do, is actually talk about their issues and be able to resolve them in a civil matter. Now, it took almost a week for us to talk because we're very stubborn. He's very prideful, and his ego, like I said, is on a different level. And I could be very prideful sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. So we put all of that aside, and I'm so happy we put that aside before my next ovulation, because I need his daddy juices. We can be beefing because I'm really trying to have a baby, and he's my husband. There's nobody else I need to have a baby with, or I want to have a baby with. So we have to squash all of that for the sake of our family and for the sake of our relationship. When we said I do for the long run. We said I do for better or for worse, and sometimes it gets really bad, and sometimes you question yourself, why am I even in this relationship? But when you remember that you made a commitment under God, and that you have those children that are looking up on you as an example, then you put all the pride aside, even if it's for that moment, to get it together and to realize what is important. And for us, family is important. Being together is important. And even though we get under each other's throat, he get on my nerves and I get under his skin, there's nobody else I would rather be with. To be quite honest, he is a really good man, even though he, like I said, he gets into his ways, and I get into my ways. And other than that, we have better days, and we have an abundance of better days than we do bad days. So our good days are more than our bad days, which makes it worth fighting for and staying together. What I like about our relationship, and I know I'm way off track because I'm supposed to be talking about babies and some information that I found, but I just wanted to put that out there because I did open my mouth and said that we was having issues. So I wanted to be able to also say that we talked about them and cleared them, and also just drop some knowledge. The importance in being able to work something out in a relationship is to know that your partner, your spouse, is on the same page with you. And nothing more hard and more difficult than when you're in a relationship and you feel like you're doing everything on your own, and you trying to solve the issue, the marital issues on your own, and the other person is really not paying no attention or not caring, or if we're together, we're together. If we're not, oh well. That is frustrating for the person who wants to be married and is really trying to work on the relationship. So what I'm happy about us is that when we do decide to sit down and come together, we on the same page about we want each other, we love each other. Yes, we're wrong. I'm sorry, and now let's work it out, because we love each other and we're on the same page. So that's the part where I have to say I'm blessed to have him, because I don't have issues with him when it comes to sitting down and actually talking about what happened. We may not be able to talk about it while it's happening because we both are our emotions are on a whole different level, and feelings get hurt and things get said. But then we come back together and we kind of goof about it and talk about it, and then it's like if we never fought. The song said, "Teach me how to love," or "When it hurts, can we still be the same two lovers?" And that song is so true. I think "Teach Me How to Love" is by Music, and the other one is by, I forgot his name. I'm looking at him in my mind, but I forgot his name. But it's a really good song about when it hurts, can we still love each other? When we're going through these issues, can I still depend on you to be my husband? Can he depend on me to be his wife? So with that being said, we're not going to talk more about it. But I wanted to let you guys know that all that is been resolved, and now we're going to talk about some baby stuff. 4 minutes, I'm like 5 minutes into the video. I'm not going to take too long because I hate making boring videos and people look at it and then they're like, and they click out of it because it's so boring. But back into my baby making. So I was looking at some blogs and actually reading some forums, and a lot of the females was talking about their cervical mucus, CM. And I got to thinking, I don't think I ever experienced no CM. I'm like, what is that? So then they describe it's watery and stretchy during your ovulation, makes it easy for the sperm to swim, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, when I had my sons, I don't remember having that. I don't remember even looking for it because I didn't have a reason to. My 2 sons are surprise babies. I love them to pieces, but I didn't know I was pregnant with them until I missed my period. So there was no 2-week waiting for me. There was no signs that I was looking for. When I was tired and fatigued, I just thought it's because I was working a lot and I was drinking a lot of power energy drinks. So I thought I was crashing at night, but in reality I was pregnant, but I didn't know it. So I didn't know anything about no CM. So now that I'm trying to conceive, I'm trying to prepare for the baby and trying to do everything that I possibly can. And I said, I don't think I have a CM. I don't think I ever experienced it. So I'm like, I gotta get my CM game up if I'm gonna be making me a baby. So I got to research and I found natural ways to increase your CM. One of them was drinking a lot of water, staying hydrated, and which I already do. 2 is cutting back on the caffeine. So if you drink a lot of coffee, they recommend that you stop drinking so much coffee. I guess it messes with your CM. And the 3rd one was to actually drink 2 tablespoons of Robitussin, which is a cough medicine if I'm not mistaken. 2 tablespoons twice a day. They said it will increase your Robitussin. So I'm going to put those to the test. I'm going to actually buy a Robitussin. I'm going to go to the pharmacy and get it. And I'm going to drink it and see if it increases my CM. Let's see. One thing that I was doing, what my husband and I was doing before is we're trying to have a girl. So I'm a researcher, so I read up on some information about how to conceive a girl, and one of the techniques was having shallow intercourse, like shallow penetration. So like if the man ejaculates, TMI, but if the man ejaculates, he's not supposed to be too deep inside of you. He's supposed to be kind of like towards the outside. So we was doing that, like that's what we did when we was baby dancing. But I believe that, I don't know, maybe we did it wrong, or maybe I didn't have enough CM because I didn't get pregnant, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it just wasn't the right timing. But we're going to put all of that aside. I'm not going to follow those rules anymore. The way I look at it, if the Lord want to bless us with a daughter, he's going to bless us with a daughter on his own terms. I'm not going to try for a girl or boy. I'm just going to be happy with whatever the Lord bless us with. So no more shallow penetration, no more baby making. It's going to be grown folk stuff. And if a daughter comes out of grown folk stuff, then, bless the Lord. And if a son comes, bless the Lord. I have 2 healthy boys. I love boys. They're like so hilarious and they keep me on my toes. They keep me running. So I'm just gonna, take whatever comes. I ain't following them directions again, talking about some shallow penetration. I'm here telling him, asking him, you about to come? You about to come? Pull back. What way? Like, how can you enjoy sex when you like giving your husband direction? It's hilarious. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to like do it the old school way and see what happens from there. So anyway, I'm already 9 minutes in. I hope this is not boring. But I'm cycle day 2, which means that I'm on my cycle. I'm on my period. Ladies, this is all ladies talking here. So, gee, I feel like I'm just saying Anyway, I'm supposed to be ovulating next week, according to my fertility friendly app. So we are going to Miami next week for a wedding, and I'm going to take the opportunity to seduce my husband into the bed and drunk him, get him all drunk with wine, and I will dance for him and wiggle. and then I will drop him to the bed and climb on him and do my business. Nah, that's not how it's gonna happen. It's not. But it will be a great time to actually get closer, get away from the house a little bit, and get away from work, and just kind of like reconnect while we're away for a little mini wedding getaway vacation type of thing. It's somebody else's wedding, but we're going to go down and support them, and at the same time kind of like de-stress and focus on us again, and hopefully make a baby. So with that being said, I am done. I hope you guys watch this video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe so we can see if we got a baby on the way or not in the next few weeks. And I'm going to try to post as many videos as I can. And my kids just broke into the room, so that's my cue to get out of my video. What's up? Anyway, guys, you guys take it easy. Don't forget to subscribe, leave any comments, nothing hateful. And I will see you guys next video because my kids, they're overtaking me right now. Okay, guys, bye.